everyone, Angela here. How are we all doing today? Right, I have got another little project to go into our Busy Bee journal, so I hope that you're excited to add another one to that. If you saw my Sunday video, I have actually added both of those in here, so let me just show you if you're following along really quickly. So you saw me make these little interactive boxes on Rachel's collab video, so I showed you, I put the one there, and then the other one, I've put on this page here, so it's opposite that. All right, I thought it looked great there. So that's those ones, but today's video is a lovely one too, and really simple. And I've put it into this journal already, so let me just show you. That's what we're going to make today. How amazing is that? So this is one of my old projects from quite a while back, and I haven't made one for a really long time, and I thought this would look perfect in this journal. So this is the one, and this I made with the collage page that has B written on in the corner here. All right, and I'll talk you through that. I'm not going to do it with the other collage page. I'm going to use this page today, which is one of my journal pages. All right, and I have actually printed the polka dots on the back, but guys, again, you don't have to do that. There's only a few bits that you need to fill in if you don't have your own printer. All right, so there you go. That's what we're going to do, and we'll put that into the second signature. All right, so that's where we are at the moment. It's coming along nicely. And as I said, you're going to need one sheet of paper. That's it. And the reason why I didn't do it with the other collage page is because I have to cut the top off there, and I'll talk you through that in a bit. But I will go through it because that will affect that one that I've just stuck in there, but it's not a crisis. Okay, so what you need to do first of all is we need to trim off a little bit here. I need to make this 7 inches high. All right, so we're going to just turn it like this. You can do either side. Actually, I'm going to chop off the bottom. So I'm just going to do that. And I'll need to see where this is 7 inches here and here. Okay, that just helps me to trim it. So yeah, that's all. You can use your page in the A4 size or the US letter. It doesn't make any difference. I'm not going to measure the next bit. I'm going to show you what I do. All right, so we've just cut off that bit. Hang on to these strips. They are really handy for lots of projects, but we won't be using it in today's one. All right, I'll just put that to the side there. And then that's the only bit of measuring that I'm going to do. All right. The next thing that we want to do is we want to divide this into 3. Okay, 3 sections, 3 panels, even as you can. And the way to do that is to make a sort of a S shape, a back to front S, and just keep folding it down until you feel that you have got it right. So I'm not going to squish it until I'm very happy with the measurements. Of course, you can go measure it. I think it's 9.9 or something like that for an A4, but I'm not going to do it. I just thought this is easier, really, especially if you're a person that doesn't like to work with measurements. All right, so I think this is it, really. There you go. So I've sort of met those up there, and I'm just going to press it at the top. All right, and then you can go and just line up the edges here and run your finger down there, just to work out what each third is. And again, there we go. Just give that a burnish like that. All right, so that's what we've got at the moment. Okay, one of those looks like a back to yeah, that's a Z or Z if you're in the States. Okay, so now what I want you to do is, we've got 7 inches here, so we want to just measure, and I'm using my board. So I like doing this because it just takes me to the center very easily, which is here. All right, I've got my pencil there, and you'll need a ruler or something straight, not to measure, but just to draw a straight line. All right, so I've got my center of the page, so that's halfway, and we're going to go not the first fold, the second fold. We're going to just hold that to that point there and that point there, and you can use your pencil and draw a line and cut it with scissors, but as I've got my craft knife here, I'm just going to cut that off. All right, we're going to use that, so don't throw it away. And this this then gives you a foldy bit. Now you can have it that way, or you can have it the other way. All right, so you can have it that way, or you can go this way. So just see which you like best. Now I'm going to go this way, yeah, because I want to stick this bit over here, yeah. Now, of course, you could have, with this particular page, you could have switched it any which way you wanted and cut the purple off if you wanted to, because that's also pretty. But, you know, I've just gone with this and I'm happy with that. All right. So, yeah, you could have done that as well. But because I am going to stick a piece on the bottom here, I'm going to have that. Now, if you have only got a one-sided printed piece, you just need to stick a piece of paper there and a piece of paper there, all right? And the way to do that is just to fit it in there, or I'd fit it underneath really, and then just draw there and stick that one in, and then the same for this bit here, all right? So you don't have to print on both sides. Right, so that's what we're going to have. We're going to have that bit over there, and we're going to stick that down in a minute. All right, now just while I show you what happened to me with the other one. So this was the page, and I cut it off at the top, and I had that little jar at the top. Yeah, this bit was the bit that I cut off at the top. But when you close it up and you want to stick this here, unless you put it that way, which will work, I wanted to have a pictured piece here. So this was upside down, you see. So what I did was I cut off the piece on the opposite corner, all right, which is going to be the right way up. I still closed it up and I stuck that at the bottom. All right, I think I actually had it the other way, like that. There you go. All right, so you can do that. When I glued it all down, I just glued like normal, and I glued that across there. When you put your tags in at the back, you won't actually notice because this will be stuck to your book. All right, so when you're sticking it down, just obviously that bit. Oh gosh, that bit wraps around there. Just go glue along the base and along the sides. Yeah, don't glue all in the middle as well. Just give it a three-sided glue and stick it down, and it works absolutely fine because that is what I did with the other one. All right, and then this piece you can use for something else. So it wasn't this piece that this collage page that I did. It was the other one that's got the bee emblem at the bottom. All right, so just wanted to tell you why I didn't go with this one. Right, so we're using this one now, and you just want to go and distress. You don't have to distress much because I'm actually going to put lace on it. But you might want to just do a bit of the sides because we're not putting lace down the sides. All right, so there we go. I like this as a project. It's fun to do. Right, let's get that on in place. Now with this one, even though it's like that, it doesn't look funny being that way. So it was okay to do it with this. Right, so we're just going to get some glue on the side here. How's your day going, guys? You having a good weekend? I have just spent an hour and a half in my garden, tiddling it up, pulling out weeds, and I've got that, what do you call that horrible weed that grows like weeds? And just something bindweed or whatever it's called, I can't think now. Right, so I'm going to get to that little bit sticking out there, but I want to just, yes, something bindweed all over the place that I have to keep on top of. And yeah, I cleaned out some areas with that, so that's looking good. Mowed the lawn and everything else, so I'm feeling rejuvenated. That was after a 45-minute walk, I'll tell you. So I have been very good today. I'm feeling starving now. I did eat, but I think I burnt it all up. So we won't complain because I think I've got enough energy on me to last for months, so it's okay. Right, let's stick that down. Okay, this is going to go around the side, and then all we need to do is get the glue on the base. And then down, not all the way down, is it? Here. All right, so we've got that all together, looking cute. Then with this one, this just keeps it all together. You can, if you wanted to have a floating pocket, you could make this another little tuck spot for the back, but I am just going to stick it down into my journal, so I'm just going to stick that right round. Okay, so there we've got our little 1, 2, 3, 4 pockets. Okay, so all good, all good. Now this would make a great mass make, I must say. I think if you've got pages left over, you could have fun putting this together as a mass make, just to this point, and then decorate them again as you feel. Right, I've got some of this mauve lace, which is part of the lace bundle for the ultimate bundle. I'm going to use my fabric tack, and I'm also going to go around the edges. I prefer doing that like that, so I'm going to tuck a bit around there. Okay, let's start with a little bit over here. Oh, I can hear my washings on spin. We're having such fab weather in the UK this past couple of 2 weeks, I think. You know, it's we all get our laundry out, you know, the things that haven't been washed since last summer and spring. So all the cushion covers, the mats, any curtains, and stuff like that, it's all getting washed and continually. I'm catching up. It's a thing we do. Yeah, it is funny, but that is what you hear. You can see everybody putting their wash in now. Right, I'm gonna just use one of my little clippy things there, and then I'm going to just get a bit of this round the corner here. Right. Yeah, I just find that neater, and I don't have to worry about it unraveling or whatever. But of course you can just go to the edge. I'll keep that for something else. Right, a couple more. This one we'll need to tuck in there, so I'm going to just angle it a bit. Right, we'll have to just lift that for a mo. And we have got a pocket here. Well, I had a pocket, and I do still have a pocket here. I'm just wanting to make sure I get this in there. in with your bone folder or your nails, whatever you have on hand. Just want to move that up a little bit. There we go. And then I can cut that off. I love this purple side too. Okay, and then this side here. Oops. Oh, okay. So we've got all of that done. Okay, so I've got all of that stuck on, and I've just grabbed two little, a sentiment and a little fussy cut. So this is from my ephemera kit. Don't remember, if you're buying digitals or looking for a digital for this, I do have the all-in-one, which is all the kits linked to this particular. I'm going to stick that just there. Right, home is where the hive is. Definitely, if you're a bee. There we go. Those two stuck on, really easy. And now we're going to put this onto our journal page. So here's the second signature. I have found this place here, so it's this page next to the altered book page, and I'm just going to grab that quickly like that. It's this one here, and we can just take those off, and we're going to stick that on there. But I'm going to just do a little bit of a stenciling with my honeycomb stencil, some of this fossil amber. So again, don't go too heavy on this. It's quite strong, intense. So we'll get some of that on there. here and here. All right, love this. Okay, and then I'm just going to get a little bit of my bundled sage, the greens. We're picking out the greens in this one to go with the... So I'm just going to get that at the top here, not too dark. And you can just see what that is by looking underneath. So I just want to blend it into that honeycomb there. Okay. Right, so we can get this stuck on, and I'm going to keep it a little bit over that way because I want to put something over here and slightly lower. So I'm just going to mark that quickly like that, and then I can get this glued down. And then go to your little marks. So we've got there and there. And then just make sure it's straight-ish. Right, so we can just run that up like that. See, it's really simple to do this and really effective. I like it. Okay, then I've just got a couple of die cuts here, 3. And I wanted to just bring out the mauve, so I thought I'm going to go off and on the page. So let's get that down. Okay, and then I've just got one of these little bits here which I wanted to just sort of go across those. So let's get that stuck on like that. We'll just go straight across. And that's perfect. I don't know if I want to put a little bee on there as well. Let's just see. Do I want to do that? Maybe over here. I think I'll do that there. Okay, so everything is done. Right, so I've got my little bits here, and I put 2 with fabric on from the kit. Just pick up on that purple and what was remaining from the cover that I put on there. So that's part of the fabric bundle. And then I've got these 2 which I'm going to stick in here as well. All right. So let's see, we want to put a tag at the top. I think I'm going to put this one. All right, so that's going to go at the top. Then I'm going to put a tag over here, and then I'm going to put one of these possibly here and one of these over here. And there we go. How sweet is that? And that can go back into our journal. So that's ready to go. In there like that, this in the middle, and I think that just livens up that whole section, doesn't it? Beautiful. And that's our little video for today. All right, everybody, take good care of yourselves and give this a go. And as I say, this is a great one to do and get ready, even if it's just the base, and then you can decorate it according to whatever theme you're making. I hope that you've enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to leave a comment if so that I can see what you think. And I will see you again on Friday. Take good care. Bye-bye.